fifth player for the Dire.
Yeah. Yeah, this is basically their full lineups here.
Sweet.
Yeah, this was their lineup for last game minus the pickfucker.
Yep. Okay. Oh, is player name on their roster, or is that just not? Is that not anyone?
Who?
I'm confused. On the Dire team, is there 4 people on their team, or is there 5?
5.
Okay, I'm just confused by this. If you look at the actual player list, the 5th player is player name. Whether or not that's actually a player, or I think they started 45, and that's just to like fill in text.
The 5th player for me is top 1 Berber.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh. I think you've got a graphics bug then, or I do. Someone has a graphics bug. Anyways, we'll figure that out later, whether or not there's a remake or not. But we've got a game of Dota. What's going on here?
We're actually going to see Night Stalker picked up, dude. So they're more scared of the Tide than the Night Stalker. Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, well, they're the ones who actually banned the Tide. Knowing they had first pick, they were quite happy to leave. I mean, when you've got first pick, you can afford to ban some of those sort of more obscure heroes like Tide and... I mean, they banned Brood, which isn't that obscure, but banning a Tide when you've got first pick, because all those strong heroes left in the pool, you get first grabs, so I mean, may as well not ban them all. I mean, if you could ban 2 useless heroes and then basically force the pool to be wide open, the other team can only ban 2 of the more imber heroes, and then suddenly you've got first pick where you can pick up something strong like a Night Stalker. So DTS is going to have to react and deal with a Night Stalker this game, and against Night Stalker you need some kind of disables to basically hold them in place, and you also need fairly tanky heroes.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm kind of surprised that DTS banned the Furion instead of the Night Stalker. I think Night Stalker can tend to be more of a problem than the Furion, to be honest with you. But maybe they watched the last game and saw how strong neWave was with that Furion and just didn't want to see them push against him again.
Yeah, I know that's probably one of the most interesting discussions that's happened, like just amongst our team. We always look at teams when they're picking and banning, because it's such a common situation where both Night Stalker and Prophet are left in the pool, and a team will always first pick one of them and leave the other one, and it's always interesting because about 50% of teams take the Night Stalker, the other 50% take Prophet. So it's really interesting. We actually spend time to figure out what teams prefer, whether it's the Night Stalker or the Prophet.
And it ended up being pretty even, huh?
Yeah. Oh, and it's more just knowing, like, if you're going up against a team, you want to know whether they'll pick up the Night Stalker or the Prophet, like, because we obviously prefer playing against certain heroes in certain drafts and picking certain heroes, so we want to be fairly prepared. But it looks like the Dire team going to go with aggressive pushing again. They've got the Shadow Shaman and the Chen.
Yep, same 2 they had from last game. I mean, they just picked up the Rasta and the Chen again. Same thing they got last game. Let's see if they try to get a Venomancer in the next rounds, in the next big phase. I think that'd be kind of in the way they're trying to go. But you see an Ancient Apparition picked up. Kind of an interesting pick. I don't know. I think they need more like anti-push than AA. I don't know.
I think they're pushing it as a form of anti-push just because of that big AA ulti and the fact that the AA ulti can prevent the Chen heal, not the Hen chill, the Chen heal from the AA ultimate. But the problem is they've currently got like a lot of ranged sort of squishy support heroes, when I think they're better off picking up something like a Sand King or an Earthshaker, something that has a long-range stun and a bit more sort of team fight involvement than an Ancient Apparition, which is basically just a one spell wonder. He throws that ultimate and he's done.
Yeah, I would have definitely liked to see it an Earthshaker there, to be honest with you. I think right there an Earthshaker would have been a pretty solid pick. But I don't know. Ancient Apparition I don't really like against the anti-push that much because, like you said, he does only have that one nuke. But when you see the bans coming out, we do see the Venomancer banned out there by DTS. So, again, another one of the heroes from last game. And another, probably which would have been the next strongest pick for the Dire, gets banned out. And then a Faceless Void and a Slardar banned out by the Dire for their bans.
Yeah, I mean, if they're banning those heroes, it makes me think they're not going hard push. Because if they're going hard push, they shouldn't really be scared of the carries. Although, in a sense, Void can actually come and stop pushes. If you throw a Chronosphere, if you have a Lich and AA ultimate on top of Chronosphere, that's some really dead heroes.
That's some huge damage, dude.
Yeah, that's just see you later. Don't stand a chance. I mean, you have Power Shot as well. They've got all these ranged nukes, which would just combo well with the Chronosphere, but Void still does need a bit of farm and levels, so it isn't really a good counter to pushes, but with those heroes on his side, it would definitely be pretty devastating. The Slider, I mean, Slider's just a tanky hero. I know the Radiant team will want some kind of tanky hero to round out their team with, whether it's something like a Beastmaster, and even maybe throwing in, they could still throw in an Earthshaker if they wanted to, or a Sand King, which I think they may decide to do, whether it's with this pick here or their last pick. But first up, we've got the 4th pick for the Dire team, and I think they might go for a DK again.
I was thinking a DK as well, to be honest with you. I think a DK would fit really well into their lineup. They could like solo the Rasta and solo the Night Stalker in the top lane, or in the bottom lane. Yeah, well, yeah, in the top lane, and then have something support with the DK bottom and have the Chin offensive jungle. I think would set up pretty well for
I mean, the problem with DK, they will have fairly weak lanes. Like they can lane it, but it'll be fairly weak lanes with the DK. But they can still do it. If they want to have strong lanes, they're going to have to pick something that can go up, go into that bottom lane fairly safely. When most of the heroes that you'd want to go there have been banned, the Enigma, the Venomancer, the Lich and Windrunner have been picked up. So not many of those hard lane solo heroes are left in the pool, except maybe for Puck. Although they could do something like a Sand King. Yeah, Clockwork, it's just, haven't really seen him much. I don't think he fits into too many lineups very well at the moment, at least with the current metagame.
I don't know. I like Batrider still. I think Batrider's still strong. He's been seeing a little more play lately.
I think I agree. He's still strong. He's weaker than he is in Dota 1.
Yeah.
I mean, partly because the hero pool, a lot of the heroes that he counters aren't even in the pool, and also because of just the way the hero is coded isn't quite the same. But I think I agree he is still strong.
So strong there. Witch Doctor, a good pickup. A very gank-oriented lineup, it seems like now. Now it kind of feels like they want to gank a bit. Like they got that. Maybe not. Maybe still pushing. I mean, they can still push.
Witch Doctor can't really gank all that well. I mean, he's a very, not passive hero, but a very hero that just kind of sits there and waits for the team fights or waits for a counter gank. You can't really go initiate a gank with Witch Doctor, or even if you're ganking with a hero like Night Stalker and Night Stalker initiates. As a Witch Doctor, what do you do to contribute to your gank? You throw a cask, it probably doesn't bounce onto anything. I mean, Maledict, but by the time you Maledict, they should already be, like, they've already taken a lot of damage from the Night Stalker nuke. You want the Maledict before the Night Stalker nukes, but it doesn't really work for ganking. But I think they're basically going to pick up, they just want to hide their last pick, so they did pick up their support hero first, and they're going to pick up their sort of key solo or semi-carry hero here, whether it's a push-oriented one or a more farm-oriented one. And they go for an early game push or a late game sort of farm game is yet to be seen. It's a Weaver. What do you think of that?
I think it's interesting. I think it means they're gonna lane like they're gonna have like the Witch Doctor just kind of hang out with the Night Stalker.
We could. I believe Weaver is probably going down to that bottom lane. I mean, they could do Weaver with Witch Doctor and Chen support at bottom, but I don't think that's going to be the case. And what we're going to see from the Radiant team is, there you go. I was talking about how you want tanky heroes up against the Night Stalker and heroes that are kind of hard to kill. Sand King and Lifestealer. Lifestealer is going to be great against the Chen. He can just use those Chen creeps to infest into and regain HP, and also, I mean, kill one of Chen's creeps. That's one of his 3 creeps. And Sand King is pretty elusive and provides some great stun and disable. And it looks like we are going to remake here. Alright, new game is up. Already in.
Yeah, I switched it just in time before people saw the password. Yeah.
Number of times I've given away passwords.
That's so frustrating when all of a sudden you see 500 spectators just start joining. Like, people just mass joining, and you know it's your fault. And you just gotta message the guy and be like, yo dude, my bad. Hey, I told him the password. It sucks. Alright, let's see if we can get this game going now.
Need to figure out these team names so I can change the embed.
DTS versus neWave.
neWave? Yeah, it's neWave. Oh no, I think you guys are right. It's neWave. Well, at least that's what it appears like. I don't know whether you pronounce it neWave, but it's neWave.
I know. That's why we can't. That's why I couldn't figure out how to do it. But it's like lowercase N, lowercase E, then a capital W. So is that like two W's? Are you like enunciating on the W there?
I'm just. I think they're probably the ones to ask.
Tricky. Chun. When you think about it, the Dyers got a. We just celebrated in the U.S. Martin Luther King Day, and the Dyers got a very. People say there's not many black heroes in Dota. The Dyer's pretty ghetto when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, look at Chen has definitely got some black in him.
Yeah, like all of them are pretty ghetto. Like you got the Witch Doctor. He looks pretty. I mean, he's purple. That's close to black. Chin's definitely. He's a mocha colored dude. Night Sucker, come on, that's not a white dude that big. Weaver, he looks like one of those little like trolley black dudes that sells drugs. And then Rasta just kind of looks like the priest, you know, like the black like shaman dude. Come on, man, that's perfect. And that's the all black squad right there.
There we go. There we go.
I like seeing the racially different
This
teams.
lineup is in respect of Martin Luther King Day.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the Radiant side. Goblin's gonna be on our Lich. Vigos is going to be playing the Sand King. We're going to see PGG on that Windrunner. Blow Your Brain on the Nyx. And, Apada Atuku KTO Takao on the Ancient Apparition. What's the die look like?
Not bad. The Dire team representing the African American Dota community. And with respect to Martin Luther King, we have got Black Hole 5 playing the Witch Doctor. We've got Vascu Blatno playing the Chen. We've got Pigfucker playing the Night Stalker. We've got Doda Lucker playing the Weaver. And finally, playing the Shadow Shaman is Doji Minamid Miko. Holy crap. I thought
you trolled on names, dude.
I heard you saying the Ancient Apparition. I'm like, sucks to be you. And then I look at these names and it's like, what? I mean, two of them I can't pronounce. One of them is Pigfucker. I mean,
it's like, how awkward is this?
Oh,
that's hilarious. Purge got them last game. They've been dire both times. I've done the Sentinel side every game, and the co-caster's done the dire side. And they were dire both times, and Purge felt so awkward, dude, when he was trying to read all those names. He was like, it was just funny trying to listen to people pronounce them. They're so hard, like, they just troll us.
must be Russian, man. Must be Russian. Actually, I think they're Serbian.
I think they are.
But yeah, top lane was the Windrunner of PGG, doing down some warding to get vision and also block that creep pull. Have they got any sentry wards? We've got sentry wards on Chen, so Chen's going to probably be looking to de-ward that so they can use the creep pull and also deny the whatever hero is in that top lane, which looks like it will be the Windrunner of that vision. Windrunner actually currently sitting on top of an observer ward, so the Dire team know exactly where that observer ward is, and they'll quickly figure out where the second one is. So we may see Chen de-warding both these wards very quickly.
Yeah, it's actually going to be the region room bottom.
Yep.
And they're both going to pass by it, and the Sand King's... What? I thought he stunned himself up there, but he tangoed and walked over there. Okay.
He's got Quelling Blade.
Oh, he does? Good call, Bubba.
I'm surprised. I mean, even on a farming Sand Kick, I mean, it's quite unusual to even get Quelling Blade. You normally still just go for the Stout Shield instead and just... I mean, you're against a solo Weaver, you don't really need that extra damage, but we're going to see Quelling Blade. Maybe he just wants to be able to eat through trees.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I could see it if it was like up against a Furion, I guess, but okay. Alright. Teach me how to Dougie. PGG may be in a little bit of trouble here at the top, and we're going to see the cast come down. It's gonna bounce. It's gonna bounce. The Windrunner's already going off. He's going to have another Void here in a second. Void him now. Oh, my First Blood is going to go down. Black Hole is going to get it there on PGG. One more tower attack though. Wow. The Witch Rider's going to
Wow.
go down to the Radiant there though.
Yeah, so all is not lost for the Radiant team. A 1-for-1 trade, but PGG didn't even get the kill for it because he didn't do any damage.
Right,
So
and they don't split any gold there then.
PGG's probably saying, "Come on, man, I deserve that kill."
I baited that death, bro. I baited that death.
Well, I don't know about baited, but he shed his blood and tears for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, Witch Doctor was probably if that cask had bounced back to the Witch Doctor, bounced back to the Windrunner would have been so dead very quickly. But luckily for PGG, it didn't bounce back, but he still went down. And now, I mean, Witch Doctor has to walk all the way back to lane. Witch Doctor actually buying some boots with the First Blood Gold, but PGG getting some XP and levels is going to be level 3 by the time Witch Doctor is really there.
I don't know. I think this is going to be an extremely aggressive top lane here for the Dire. I think they have this lane ward already, so they know exactly where the Windrunner is at all times. So like once she moves up and gets out of position, this Witch Rider is just going to swing around behind her. Like right now.
Yeah,
like right now.
They're going to go for a kill or just some harass? It looks like it's just harass as you see the cast there. PGG can just trade hits though. Like, you see that when that creep wave's coming in, PGG doesn't have to be scared. I mean, he knows where Night Stalker is, further up in the lane. There's a big creep wave there. He can just trade hits with this Witch Doctor, which is, I mean, Windrunner hits a lot harder. And we are going to see, 4 tangos still left on PGG. So, top lane fairly even, but once Chen comes in, gets some ganks off here, we do see a Dark Troll coming in for a gank. It could be trouble. But at the same time, Shadow Shaman Invis near top.
Yeah, we're going to see if they're going to try to bring a gank here at top. The Shadow Shaman's Invis, and we have the Witch Doctor and the Chin both on the right side. So it looks like, I mean, with that lane ward, they're able to know exactly where that Windrunner is. So it's going to be interesting to see if they try to bring a gank here. But the Windrunner's playing extremely defensive now. No, maybe PGG scoots up.
They've got 4 heroes top. This Dire team is wasting so much time, I feel.
Yeah,
like they've got
this is
4
silly.
heroes top. Shadow Shaman is level 2 still. And mid, there's a Lifestealer free farming who's just about to hit level 4. I don't like Shadow Shaman's decision there, if you're going to go top to get the gank, you need to go top, get a kill, and as quickly as possible then be back at mid. But he's kind of just hung around in river, waiting, which is, as a solo mid hero, when you're still level 2, you can't afford to do. The only way you can gank at level 2 as a solo mid hero is if you get a haste rune, go quickly, and come back to your lane as fast as possible, because you're just losing early game XP and gold, which is just so important.
Yeah.
And we actually have a bit of a switch in mid. What do you think that Witch Doctor's completely left the top lane?
I don't know. I mean, the Chin's kind of standing up there now, and they have just the Wildkin tornadoing, which is kind of funny. But I don't know. I think the Night Stalker's okay. It's interesting to see though. PGG's actually coming middle, but the ward here from the Dire spots him out, and they're able just to back up there, and it's just wasted time now out of PGG if he doesn't get a kill here.
I'm not sure his score there, looking for this Witch Doctor, but I'm just surprised to see PGG come mid. He sees the Witch Doctor at mid, and he should see that as an opportunity to go farm against the Night Stalker. When Witch Doctor's not there, he can be more aggressive in lane. Like, he can go compete for farm with Night Stalker. Sure, there's a Chen, but Chen only has 1 creep at max, and a Chen with 1 creep plus a Night Stalker, you can't kill a Windrunner with Windrunner. So you're better off just using that chance to farm, but he is going to come... what I do like is that he's come back to top lane just as it got pushed out. So right when the wave gets to his tower, PGG's there, but he is going to get ganked. He's actually going to go down. Is PGG okay?
Just getting easy worked right now. Like, this is not good.
He just walked up that ramp.
Wow. They actually got Weaver down there.
Like, that's... I don't know.
Yeah, meanwhile, they actually picked up a kill on the Weaver in the bottom lane by using a Sentry Ward there, the SK and the Ancient Apparition. Nice job. It's pretty big, actually.
Apparently there's something wrong where viewers can't see...
No, look, and now I see it. I fixed it. There was just a delay.
Okay.
Yeah, there was just a delay with the little icon thingies. The little overlays. And here we go, nighttime, and Time for the Night Stalker to have some fun here. You do see the Void going there, and here comes the snare. Oh, a nice shackle shot there. May save PGG, maybe? I don't think so, actually. Nope, there goes another Void. One more attack there. PGG 0-3 already.
Yeah, PGG. It's one of those things as a solo in that hard lane, as a win runner, you just can't afford to die. Once you die once, it means you're probably going to die a couple more times. That first death hurts just so much. You need to just have as safe a start as possible and get. I mean, every bit of XP matters, and when you die, you're just losing out on XP. So, PGG just falling down that slippery slope. In mid lane, they're going to go on Shaman.
Yeah, this Shadow Shaman's go. Oh wow, they just kind of backed up there. Like maybe because he didn't have uphill vision, he didn't want to walk uphill, and there'd be 2 or 3 heroes waiting for him.
Well, I mean, the slow wore off. Like that, Lifestealer slow wore off, and once slow's gone, Lifestealer can't keep chasing in, really.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got treads, Shadow Shaman has boots, so he's slightly faster by maybe 10-15 MS, but that's not really enough to chase. You can't really chase with just a 10 MS difference, so I don't think they could have actually got that kill even if he kept going in, even if they had vision even. And PGG TP'd mid as well for that, so more wasted gold and more wasted time for the win runner.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. And now it looks like, I mean, I don't know, like, with Chin's purpose, still they just gank, but they only have really wards here. And there's really, I don't know. Like, the Chin's kind of like, wow, actually, Vigos another kill bottom there. Weaver dies again. How are they they don't, AA's not even level 6 yet.
He was actually, he was sitting in Sandstorm, but in between the tier 1 and tier 2 tower. And basically Weaver just took a bit too much damage, and he just came out of Sandstorm and stunned him. Like, it was just, I think Weaver thought he was out of mana, but those arcane boots just gave him another stun.
Yeah, that's 2 kills there for the Sand King up against that Weaver there. And that's going to, I mean, we thought that PGG was having a tough time, but the Weaver's having a tough time too, which kind of evens it out a bit for him. We're actually going to see a stun going here on the Weaver again. Scoochie's going to go run out there, and the AA Ultimate's actually going to be shot up top there.
Oh, this could hurt if they go in on this. It's not going to hit though. They run. They go on Windrunner, which makes the AA ultimate because they actually ran in, and then they get another kill on PGG.
Yeah, PGG just kind of got blown up there. Did you see that? like they just did like a void in one of those cast hits, and it just seems like most of PGG's HP bars went away there.
I feel bad for him because he would have seen that AA ultimate flying in and thought, hey, I can get this kill because Night Stalker was less than half HP. The AA ultimate would have got him very low. One power shot, and he probably would have killed the Night Stalker. But he just got initiated on, and then as a result, the AA ultimate entirely missed. And mid lane, there is going to be some aggression from the Night Stalker.
Yeah, and they're going to come in here, and Night Stalker's actually, the effects of the AA ultimate are going to hit him, but not the actual AA ultimate. But I think he's still going to die here. I think he's going to shatter, and the Chin actually picks up the kill on the Windrunner, and yes, it does shatter there on the Night Stalker, and he dies. And now, yes, they pick up the kill also on Vigos as the Sand King goes down. Oh, and a time lapse here by the Weaver, and he's still going to die. Wow. Did you just see what happened there with the Weaver, dude? He time lapsed, lost HP. Why does HP go down?
Maybe he magic sticked, and I don't know. Is it possible to lose HP when you time lapse? I think it must be. If you get healed, then you time lapse, you lose HP. That's actually something I'm not sure of, but I imagine you would lose HP.
Wow, that was weird. Like, that killed him. Like, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think he would have survived that one hit, and then if he survived that one tower hit, he then could have Shikuchi'd away from the next tower hit.
Yo, hey, Godz. Hey, take a look at the CS chart. Look at Weaver's CS.
No. Do I want to know? Wow. And look at his score as well. Wow. Vigos doing work at that bottom lane.
How useful is that guy going to be? This AA is about to get blown up here. Yeah, the AA just gets insta-killed almost. Here comes a Night Stalker around. And he's coming around the back side here. But it doesn't matter because they're winning 4v5 anyways. The Weaver doesn't really matter.
Weaver's getting owned, but this game is still even. Like, I would even give a slight advantage to the neWave team.
Oh, yeah, the Dire's just way more ahead, it feels like. Like, that Night Stalker's just doing a great job. Like, big fucker, #1 stand-in.
Yeah, and they are going to get this tier 1 tower with those Serpent Wards, so I mean, they're looking good. It's the thing is, Vigos is. I have a feeling he's going to come up with some big plays. He's going to get that blink dagger up very, very quickly, and once he has that, he's going to be coming to these fights and looking to hit some big ultis.
Yeah, no doubt.
They're going to have a Chen ulti. They're going to have a mech, I imagine. So they're going to be able to survive an epicenter, I think.
Trying to see if anybody was really working on a pipe. It doesn't seem like. We'll eventually get a mech on the Chin, I'm sure. But other than that, like, nobody on the Dire is like really close to like a support core item though. Which if we watched the last game, like we saw everyone on EG actually in the EG game, all the supports had their core items for like 20 minutes, and it just made their team so much stronger. I don't know. I think it's really even actually. Take a look at the gold graph. It's actually about what 3,400 advantage of the Dire right now. That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not a huge lead, but it's a fairly convincing lead at only 12 minutes in.
It's a lot.
And it's as a result of those two. It's as a result of the two towers. If it wasn't for those two tower leads, it would maybe be like a slight lead for the Dire team in terms of farm and kills. But the actual goal difference is entirely because of those towers.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I was about to say, I thought glitchy camera view hurting me. But I mean, this Weaver and the Windrunner are both just under farm. Like, both teams have one hero just with no farm at all. Weaver might get some items because of this tower gold, but even with two towers, he's only got 700 gold. And hopefully this Weaver just goes like straight for a Vanguard, recognizes that the straight Relic is not going to come very quickly. He just needs a Vanguard.
Yeah, he needs to go more like mid-game tankier items as opposed to trying to get that fast Relic, because otherwise he's just going to be useless for the next 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're starting to head bottom. We're going to have 4 of the Dire heading bottom right now.
Yeah, they just want to keep getting towers, which is the right idea for them. They know they're ahead, and they want to keep getting further ahead. They want to make some room for Weaver to catch up as well. While they're winning without the Weaver, they know late game they need their Weaver to have some items. So if they push as 4, while Weaver continues to free farm top, they'll get towers, which gives gold to the Weaver, and Weaver also gets free farm. So this is smart play from the Dire team.
Yeah, it's kind of the best thing they can do for that Weaver right now. Really the only way to let him get back in it. Kind of just protecting him in the way. But you see, Vigo's heads back up top and just going to annoy that Weaver some more with that Sandstorm.
Yeah, I like this. They're not... I mean, they're letting these towers go, and Chen in trouble.
God.
Big Lich
Huge Lich ultimate there. Wow.
Oh, Vigo misses the stun, but they should be able to get the Witch Doctor healing up. Yep, there's the slow. And Shadow Shaman as well. Oh, Shadow Shaman has a blink. I didn't actually notice that.
A nice blink there, actually.
Yeah. He's got, Arcane Boots and Blink, so probably going to see a BKB, or maybe even Shadow Shaman can go for a mech or pipe here. I mean, it is sort of a support utility here. Oh, Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, he got caught in a silly position. I think he was going for the rune.
Yeah, but he had vision of those heroes with an Observer Ward, so that was just foolish play, I want to say.
Yeah, that was silly there.
And Weaver is getting some farm at top, but I mean, there's only so fast you can farm at this point. It's like, at 14 minutes when you have 600 gold, I mean, you think how long it normally takes to farm a Relic if you farm well? You can get maybe a Relic in 12 minutes, and that's with free farming for 12 minutes in a row. So at 14 minutes, you need 12 more minutes of farm. So at best, you can get maybe a 25, 26 minute Relic, and that's without getting anything like a Vanguard. So it's going to be such a slow Radiant if that is what he goes for first.
Yeah, absolutely right. And you do actually see a blink and a Hex going in there on the Lich, but then a stun by the SK, and he blinks out as well there. AA Ultimate's going to come in here. Who's it going to hit? It's going to hit on the Chin. It's going to hit on the Rasta and the Witch Doctor.
Yep, and no Lich ulti. It should be a kill. Yep. The Void, the Ether Shock, and fairly straightforward kill. And it looks like they want to take out maybe a tier 2 tower now with those Serpent Wards from Shadow Shaman. Has the SK got a blink though?
Yes,
he does, and he's on the high ground.
It's going to be interesting to see if he gets an epicenter off here. It looks like they're actually going to back off and maybe go towards that Roshan.
Yeah, smart decision. I mean, they know. I think they definitely saw the Sand King with blink because he blinked out when he stunned. He stunned and then blinked out. So they're going to play it safe and go for Roshan. But the Radiant team are coming. They want to fight this, and Sanking could risk it. Go for an epicenter. Oh, he's just going to risk it.
Oh god, he's going.
There's
Wow!
I think Vigos heard me, man. He heard me say, "Oh, Vigos, you're overrated," and it's just out to prove me wrong.
Wow, but we do actually see PGG getting hunted down here by this Night Sucker. This Night Sucker with Earn may be able to get the kill. Yeah, another Void's going to get the kill, and he may actually go back here on this Lich and try to pick up another one.
Yeah, I mean, Lich is so squishy. Just a couple Voids. Oh no, the Knight actually wears off.
Over, yeah.
Get out. Oh, Pigfucker is in trouble now. Lifestealer, Sanking. Sanking has stun. And I think we are going to see this. Yeah, we will see him go down.
Oh, a late heal by the
healing. A bit too late. And Lifesteal's going to get up these creeps. That's a lot of gold.
Oh. Not exactly what neWave wanted to do right there. DTS got a nice little exchange there. With the double kill by Vigos and then killing off 2 of the Chen creeps there. And killing the Night Stalker, so well done.
Yeah, that is a fight that DTS is going to be really happy with, and that it's going to slow down any sort of momentum that this Dire team had. As, I mean, Vigos is proving to be the key hero for this Radiant team. He's the one who got the free farm in that safe lane, and he's showing that he's going to make use of it. He's not wasting that free farm at all. He's having a big impact on these mid-game fights.
Yeah, it definitely is. With that early Blink Dagger, he's going to be able to really get in there and cause some havoc here in the mid-game. And I think it could change some fights. I think it may be exactly what DTS needed to kind of counter those push-ins.
Yep. And it looks like Shadow Shaman picking up a brace and maybe going for the drums of endurance just to add to their auras. So you'll see a drums on him, a mech on Chen, and you've got the add a Chen heal on top of that. It's a lot of team fight survivability and mobility. PGG going to pick up a top haste rune. Will get spotted by the Dire team and is actually still going to run in as Sanking.
Oh my god!
Oh, that was so well executed. That gank is not easy to pull off. I mean, the actual individual player skill there isn't anything special, but the actual team coordination there, that is a hard gank to do. They timed that so well. The SK has to make sure he stuns as the AA ultimate hits, because if AA ultimate hits, Weaver could Shikuchi before SK goes in. Not to mention, Windrunner has to power shot on top of the stun. You can't power shot afterwards, because if Weaver gets any time to backtrack, then he'll survive. So that gank there is just ridiculously good. And top lane, oh no. Chen, I think, going to send the Night Stalker back maybe. No, they're actually going to turn and fight this.
Oh, but a good blink out there.
Ultimate! AA
ultimate!
This AA!
Oh wow, and Chin's actually looks like he may... No, Sandstorm's not going to get the kill, and instead they're going to turn around and go on Vigos here, and yes, the Sand King's going to go down there. Weaver's going to pick up the kill, and that's a little extra bonus goal there in the Weaver's pocket. Much needed, much needed. As he does have a hood. He went a straight hood.
Yeah, I mean, I like that, but at the same time, you need HP on top of having the hood, so he needs to pick up a Vitality booster or Strength Treads.
Yeah, Treads and a Vitality booster.
I mean, magic immunity is not all, even against a spell heavy lab. And Lich ulti.
Fail Lich ultimate there, but the Witch Tiger gets blown up.
KO'd, and they will take out some of the Chen creeps as well. Some more gold going to Lifestealer. The problem with the straight hood on a Weaver is that your HP is still very low. And, I mean, if you consider what kind of damage, even if the Radiant team is mostly spell damage, which, I mean, they're not. They've got a Lifestealer as their sort of main damage dealer. If you get disabled by a shackle shot, they can just right-click you down. 700 HP. I mean, even support heroes do sort of 50 damage a hit. So you need that HP, which will come from either Strength Treads or even just a Vitality booster.
Yeah, one way or the other.
And it looks like the DTS team, they want to start getting some towers of their own. They've only got that one T1 tower at bottom, and they will look for some at top. Oh, Lifestealer gonna go and take out this Witch Doctor. Oh, needs another hit. He's actually got Chen with some great micro there. Stuns the Lifestealer, but then does get his creep infested, and Witch Doctor gets sent back just in time. And Vigos gonna find this Chen with a stun. Sandstorm, Chen, the cold feet, can he escape it? No, he can't. Ancient Apparition will TP out, and Lifestealer, as well as the Sand King, just doing some serious work on this Dire team.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like this game's definitely starting to go on the Radiant side now. This game's starting to tilt a little.
As soon as you got that armlet, I think.
Get that armlet, and then you got the Blink Dagger up on the Sand King, and it's like, so we got a lot harder to push all of a sudden. Oh wow, they're actually going to use the Epicenter and everything here. Oh, and the slow from Nyx, they're going to do a lot of damage here to this Night Stalker. We're going to see a heal come in on a good cast there. And the Night Stalker's actually going to live. Wow, well played. Oh, big AA. Oh, get the stun. Oh, wow.
No, he needs that stun.
He's going to live. No way. If you would have stunned him, I think they would have got the kill. What do you think?
Yeah, well, the AA shatter effect was on the ninth. The ulti, I mean, the actual damage miss, but the shatter effect was there, so one stun would have gone on him low enough to at least shatter. Oh no, Lich in trouble. Has ulti, but I don't think he's going to get a chance to cast it. Oh, the cask.
Oh, Lich ulti.
Ulti.
Oh, why do you Novus? He didn't have mana. I guess it doesn't matter.
He will survive. If he was going to die, actually they picked up all those kills anyway, so
yeah.
Who are we to talk? They got all the kills, they didn't need a Lich ult. It's just the idea, like, you're Lich and there's a team fight going on and you have 50 HP, like, you just throw your ulti. Hope you get some good bounces before you die, like...
it's gonna almost be up when you respawn anyways. Like, by the time you respawn and get in there, it's gonna be about up anyways. No point in saving it.
Turns out Lich surviving and didn't need that ultimate, so... maybe a smart decision by him.
Bunch of noob casters.
Support.
Right, and we do now. The Radiant has taken their first lead of the game in the gold chart since about 6 minutes, so a big exchange here lately.
Yep. And we've got a Blink Dagger up on Lifesteal as well, and it looks like he's going for that Orchid Malevolence. He's got a Quarterstaff coming, or he's got an Oblivion Staff, is it? Yeah, he's got one Oblivion Staff on Crow, and he's going to fire that out to him. So Nake's going for the Silence Stick, which is a great counter to Weaver as well as Shadow Shaman. I mean, you just silence him, he can't disable you. Same for Weaver, he just can't Shakuchi away.
We're actually going to see a team fight here as this AA gets shackled up, and then a Cass comes in. Cass not bouncing on anyone. This AA's in a lot of trouble. Yes, the AA is going to go down. Night Stalker picks up the kill there.
And that's good for the Serbian team. They need some more kills. They need some more towers. This lead of theirs is gone, so they need that momentum to swing back in their favor, which they're only going to get by being aggressive. They can't sit back now. Their Weaver isn't going to be able to have the late game presence that this Lifestealer and Sand King are having, so they need to be aggressive now, even if their Weaver is underfarmed.
Yeah, and the Weaver's in some trouble here middle.
He's going to survive it, and decides against going on the Windrunner. And his teammates may get a tier 2 tower out of it. He's created enough of a distraction.
He still has roster wards. Need to be careful. Oh, big AA ultimate going to hit him. All three of the four of them there. Oh, and the Epicenter going to come in here. And you do see the Epicenter in the stun. Oh, Chin's going to go down there. And then the Lich ultimate coming in, not going to bounce off anyone, just the Night Stalker there once. Roster Ward's being used now, and that's going to go ahead and get the kill on the Lich there. Night Stalker looks like down. He may go down here with another stun here by the SK.
Wow. Night Stalker's still just running.
He's running in circles around the wards.
That's such smart play, and those wards are doing some serious damage. Sand King though, they've taken out the Lifestealer, and this Night Stalker is just wreaking havoc.
Unbelievable. I thought the Night Stalker was going to keep on chasing that Sand King.
For me, the problem there is when Sand King went in with the Epicenter, he stunned the Night Stalker. He could have gone for the Witch Doctor and the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah,
he could have stunned. He killed the Chen. He killed the Chen, but he's with the AOE. But the actual stun was on Night Stalker. The Shadow Shaman and Witch Doctor were in the AOE. If he had stunned them, he would have got a triple kill. He would have killed Chen, Shadow Shaman, and Witch Doctor. Fight is over. Night Stalker cannot kill anyone on his own. Instead, they used everything on Night Stalker, who they didn't even kill, and then Shadow Shaman and Witch Doctor came in with a cask, serpent wards, disables, and just wreaked havoc. It was a fight that should have gone DTS's favor, but they went on the wrong hero there. The Sand King, and they even kept chasing the Night Stalker as well. The Lifestealer who came in went for the Night Stalker. He should have gone for those squishy supports, and it was just a big strategical mistake there by DTS, I feel.
Yeah, they just prolonged that fight way, way too long. They should have got in there, got the job done, and got out. And instead, they were running circles around the roster wards that were just sitting there doing a ridiculous amount of damage.
And the game is on pause here, and now with the fourth tower taken for the Dire team, they're actually in fairly good position. I mean, they're up by 2 towers. They've got some decent items in farm. They got that mech up on Chen now. They've got Aghanim Scepter on Night Stalker. I think they already had that then, but that is going to be pretty big coming up into these next few team fights, especially now that he's also level 16. So these night times are going to last down a long time. And Weaver with 3.2k gold is going to pick up that relic soon. He hasn't gone for any HP like I said he should do. No vitality booster, no strength charge, just wants that relic. It's going to be such a slow radiance that even when he gets his radiance, he's still going to be so squishy. Like, if he comes to team fights with that radiance, it's not like he's going to be doing any sort of big damage, which is why I just don't think this is an optimal build. But I mean, he'll do what he can. He'll still do damage. Just I don't think it's the most efficient use of his gold, and we may see an attempt at Roshan here by the Dire team soon, as they do seem to be gathering around it.
Yeah, interesting to see that radiance. I definitely agree. I don't really understand why he's doing it. Like, just like the leftover nukes from the Sentinel side almost do 800 damage. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not that much damage. He's not. Oh, and the Epicenter goes in and he misses everything there with the Epicenter. Wasted.
With some sixth sense there, knew something was coming.
The Dire could definitely push if they wanted to now with Epicenter down. They could push bottom tower with Rasta wards. Instead, it looks like they're going to go for Roshan?
I think that the Dire team would have seen that Epicenter being wasted and say, hey, this is a free Rosh. Not only is the other team near top lane, they also have no SK ultimate, which without that, they can't really fight. But at the same time, they're scared. They're actually going to back off because the AA ultimate and a life steal, that can still get some kills. And Radiant, they were quick to react. As soon as that gank failed at top, they moved towards bottom, towards Roshan, getting ready and getting into position to prevent the Roshan. And we are going to see some dewarding going into Night Stalker leading the charge.
Oh, Lich ultimate coming in here, doing a lot of damage, and then the stun follow up there by Vigos, and they're actually not going to get any kills, and the heal comes in by Chin, but the roster wards have now been used, so they're not going to be able to push with those.
That was some serious nuke damage from the Radiant team. Lich ulti, SK stun, Win Run a power shot, and like 2 or 3 heroes red HP. That's just how squishy these Radiant heroes can be. The Witch Doctor, the Chen, and the Shadow Shaman. They're just squishy heroes. They're going to be relying on that Chen mech and Chen ultimate so much, and I feel like they need a pipe on top of this. Whether it's Chen who gets a pipe or maybe the Night Stalker, they need a pipe.
I think we're about to see a big fight here. We do have the Epicenter, and here it comes. It's coming in here, and he misses everything with the stun there.
Oh, a bit of a wasted Epicenter, but Lifestealer finishes off Shaman, which is big, and Chen goes down. Ancient Apparition going to be targeted by the Death Wall, but Witch Doctor goes down as well. That's 3 heroes down for the Dire team, and they're going to take out more. It's Night Stalker being locked down. After picking up a kill, they take out the AA. Night Stalker still going down, and Weaver just going to try to escape with his life. Doesn't have the ultimate, but should be okay with the Shikuchi. And Night Stalker using a buyback as well. So, big team fight for the Radiant team. Even without a spot-on Epicenter, they still won that fight convincingly.
Oh, and this Night Stalker's going to be in some more trouble again here. I think one more attack. Oh, nice Force Staff there, and yes. Last hit's actually going to go to the Sand King there.
And he just bought back.
Yeah, and he bought back, died. Yeah, he just set it so far away.
That is any competitive player's worst nightmare. Dying, buying back, and then immediately dying without actually doing anything. That is just any player in a match. That's your worst nightmare in a serious match.
You just know you've lost so much gold and set yourself back at least 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's just such a huge mistake, and obviously misplay. I mean, it's not always. Sometimes there is reason to buy back. It's not necessarily the buyback that's a bad idea, but dying again without doing anything.
Oh, this nice. Why did they use roster wards here?
I think they maybe needed the vision. Or was that their... No, that's their observer ward.
Yeah, that was their ward. They didn't need to use those. Huh.
Just need to be sure, I guess.
Oh yeah, so...
Kill him if possible.
Well, it looks like they may want to go on the Slitch here, or just push the lane. But not having roster wards up, I don't know how smart this is, to be honest with you.
There's no roster wards, but they know that this is one of the few opportunities when one of the Radiant DTS heroes is actually going to be dead.
And there's 2 top, that's true, but it looks like they're actually going to back up and maybe head up top. But at the same time, DTS is going to be out.
Lifesteal's actually farmed his Orchid Malevolence as well. It's on his stash.
Oh. That's going to be really difficult to deal with. And you see this Sand King taking a ton of damage. And he tried to stun through, but Rasta waiting there for him. And Vigos is going to go down there. Now they're going to try to chase down PGG, who's got no more mana left after this win run. He does force staff himself away, though.
And that was a good sequence of plays for the Dire team. They're going to be really happy with these last couple kills. There were some smart ganks, and they're getting some momentum here, I feel.
Yeah, I feel like this team's playing really, really well, actually. Like, really strong.
I mean, you're up against PGG and Vigos. I mean, that's intimidating. And, I mean, they're putting up a big fight here. And they definitely had an early game advantage. It slipped away, but they are not at all phased by the position they're in. They maybe fell behind by a little, but they are still continuing on and fighting their way back. Weaver going down, though. He has picked up his relic. He's about 800 gold away from his Radiance, but that's going to be bad news for him. I'm not actually sure. Weaver dying by him completely alone and isolated bottom lane. Not quite sure how that happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's that overextended either. Kind of silly play there by him. And maybe they smoke up and go for Roshan here? Or maybe
they want to go into the enemy newts by the looks of it. Or yeah, they're just checking Roshan, and they are going to make their way into the Dire neutrals, but they need to be careful because they are only 3. So they may decide against this. I mean, Lifestealer can do some scouting. He's going to lead the way. Oh, finds Chen with the silence.
Oh my goodness, so much damage. Now Night Stalker's in a ton of trouble. Shackle shot in the AA ultimate. Night Stalker's going to go down too. Wow.
And that's a great AA. Those AA ultimates are not easy to hit from that close range because you have to time that so perfectly when it's so close because the AoE of the AA ultimate is so small. So a very well placed AA ultimate there, killing that Night Stalker.
And now it looks like a free Roshan here for the Radiant side.
Yeah, it should be really. And this is where I think Radiant are just going to pull away. Those last few kills there, I think it's sealed the deal. Not to mention the fact that they're going to get Roshan. I think this is going to be very hard now for the Dire team to make any sort of comeback. They may get a few kills. They may make it look like they can start a comeback, but I just don't see it happening when at 33 minutes they still haven't even got a Radiance on Weaver. And it's not like he's got... I mean, you can have a Weaver without Radiance at 33 minutes if he has other... I don't know, if he has a Vanguard, a Hood, a Medallion... treads, then sure, maybe you get a 33-minute Radiance, but when all you've got is a Hood, no boots, no Vitality booster, nothing else, then this is a bad position for the Dire team to be in. And I think that's going to start to show soon.
Yeah, I think that Weaver's just a bit useless at this point, to be honest with you. 35 minutes in, just kind of a relic, like, doesn't do all that much. PGG's actually going to get snared there, but no follow-up. And we do see a Hex, and they're actually maybe going to go on the Sand King. Could be a bad decision by the Rasta gets blown up. Oh my god, a big episode. Oh, wow. Good god.
Sand King ultimate killed everyone, so the Lich ultimate just ended up clearing the creeps, but still getting some gold there for the Lich with the big Lich ultimate, killing some Chen creeps. Sand King ultimate just tore apart the Dire team, and with 4 heroes dead, Pigfucker will call GG.
Good game, well played. Nicely actually played by both teams there.
Yeah.
For that neWave being relatively unknown, they played really well in the 2 games I did for them today.
Yeah, I mean, that's impressive stuff. And I think then their last game's against EG, which I think they have to win to qualify for the next stage of the tournament. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do.
Wow, yeah, you're right.
Let me just check it. The other game going on at the moment is EG versus EXE, and then we've got EG versus neWave, and DTS versus EXE to decide to finish off the group. So we could be looking at some ties in this group depending on how those games go down. But right now, EG are undefeated, DTS with just the one loss to EG. So the